Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of CookieCast. Today on CookieCast, straight to the apex. The boys are all here, talking Formula One. That's what you want. Formula One podcast, talking Formula One. Simple as that. Is it simple as that? Is there news? Race news? Formula One news? All the news? Race reviews? Race previews? Everything in between? Gossip? There's always some gossip going on. There's always some drama. There's always something. And these boys have got it for you. Before we get into all of that, a couple of housekeeping bits. If you don't mind, please like, share, subscribe and comment. Leave a review where you can leave a review. Obviously, I know what you're thinking. It's like, it's a 5-star review straight off the bat. And just put best Formula One podcast ever. And move on. Like I'm going to right now. And get you to the guys talking Formula One. So here we go. This is CookieCast. Straight to the apex.
Like this. I really don't like this.
Hello. Wow.
I fucking knew there was a plan.
What a disgrace. What a disgrace. This is episode 13 of Straight to the Apex. And I'm your host, or I'm leading today. My name is Tony. I'm here with James and Mark. But I'm completely thrown because somebody's held the camera off on purpose and then turned it on just as we started, and he's wearing, albeit very nice, a Ferrari jacket. Can you please explain this to us, to everyone, to the whole world, right now?
Nothing to explain.
First of all,
okay.
Can we just say how much you actually look like Fred Vasseur right now as well?
Can we say how much what?
You look like Fred Vasseur right now.
Oh, I'll take that. What an honour. My illustrious leader. What a guy. I mean, let's be honest, it's so new I've left the tag on.
He's actually send it back.
Wow.
I'm doing a Tony. Instead of trying it on I'm taking a photo, I've bought it and I'm taking it back straight after this podcast. No, I've always been a Ferrari fan. Nothing to explain. Always loved the red, the scarlet team. Viva la Ferrari.
This is almost as bad as when I turned to the dark side of Aston Martin.
Well, can I let you into a little secret? I also bought at weekend the Aston Martin Lego set.
Wow.
It had the safety car and I quite liked it. I bought it.
Oh,
but,
go. Okay.
So can I take this off now because I'm frigging boiling?
No.
yeah. If you want,
it's going on.
You can keep it on. Keep it on out of principle.
Yeah, keep it on
to death.
Money back. The keeper's just like, nah.
When sweaters seep through it, I won't be able to return it. I'll just keep it in the background. Look, there we are. Look.
Oh, beautiful. No.
I mean, that would be just even more disappointing. I mean, at least when Tony tried all that stuff on it and then walked out of the shop, the shopkeeper just sat there thinking, I'm going to be able to feed my kids tonight.
That's true.
When you see him walked off. But you've given him money, left the shop with the goods. He's probably gone out and fed his kids for that night. And then you're going to go back and go, I want my money back.
I am that guy. No, I'm not returning it. I'm not going to wear that until next year. But I just thought, a preview it on the podcast.
I don't know how I feel. For the viewers at home, he's taking it off.
Good. I'm frigging boiling.
But he's got a literally Mercedes t-shirt on, so I feel sick right now. I want to vomit. It's fucking atrocious.
I'm going to take this off, and I've got an Aston Martin one on. I've got a Red Bull one on. Just throughout the podcast, Andy's continuity is just going to be fucked because literally I'm just going to have a new top every time.
Oh, shall we all do it at half time or something like this? All go get changed and just see if Andy gets Shit, it's the same episode.
Oh my god. Yeah, so this is Straight to the Apex. in association with CookieCast. Andy is our overall leader, editor, number one fan. Thank you, Andy, for everything that you do. Please continue to do it. We will get you on one day. We will get you on one day. So, Silverstone, 2024. I mean, I'm going to start with this question. Could you get a better F1 weekend? Can you? Is it possible?
I mean, I just watched the highlights like I always do again, and that was such a good race.
It was epic. And what made it was the good old British weather. I think when you have them conditions where you don't know what it's going to do, I just think it makes for an absolutely fascinating weekend. Yeah.
It makes the strategists and engineers really earn their money. And it just makes an absolute class race. I don't think you can get a better weekend in answer to the question. I mean, you could have a few people crashing. Maybe that would have made it a little bit more juicy.
Instead of just retiring?
I'm not like 100 miles an hour somersaults into the wall or fire or anything. I mean, like safety cars, a bit of argy-bargy. Maybe that could have a bit of tension. That maybe would have made it a little bit better. We would have had everything then. But it really, after quali, I might as well do quali now because there wasn't that much in it. British 1, 2, 3. Wow. Really set up the race very well. Has anybody got anything on quali while we're here?
Perez is consistent.
Perez
was
Q1.
the big talking point. He signed his contract recently, which caught a few people by surprise. Some people were expecting it. We spoke about it before in previous podcasts. He's put the softs on a bit too early, paid the price on the high-speed corner, and he's got stuck in the gravel. And yeah, I loved Horner. The camera cut straight away to Horner on Sky Sports, and his shake of the head said it all. What did you guys think?
What do you think to this that's come out this week that he's got a clause in his contract about not being able to be, is it 100 points behind Max?
Something like that. And it hasn't even just been this week, it's been since last week I've been hearing stuff.
I mean, he spun into the gravel. He was on the radio pleading, push me out. You know they can't touch the car. What are you doing?
It's desperation.
It's absolute desperation. If he's Red Bull, obviously, we was all shocked that he'd signed this contract. Red Bull have, I'm going to praise him here. I'll just take my Red Bull shirt on. The fact that they've given him a 2-year contract to a guy that's selling shitloads of merch in Mexico, but put a get out in. And let's be honest, I think they might get out of it because he's going to be over 100 points behind Max, which in any car, you should not be behind your teammate by 100 points.
He is genuinely, he's put their constructors at risk now. The constructors champion, because I mean, granted, they're still leading that, but it's solely reliant on Max at the moment. Max ain't doing brilliantly. Perez, well, he might as well be fucking driving with Lance Stroll at the moment. And then you've got Ferrari still hovering around in second place, but McLaren are sneaking up. I mean, you get a couple more races when you've got Norris and Piastri finishing close enough together, and at the top end, it could flip.
Oh yeah. Is everyone else getting interference on their end?
Yeah, I'm getting some serious interference. I've literally put my phone on aeroplane mode and turned my watch off, and also turned my pacemaker off as well. So
that's helped. It's stopped now.
It's stopped now, hasn't it? That's weird.
Yeah, you're right, James. I just. Oh.
Who is it? Who is it?
I don't know.
Who's hacking us?
I'll put mine.
Is it the CIA? I mean, I have watched the assassination attempt on Trump at least 1,000 times, and I know all the conspiracies. So
they're all out there. It's not the Donald Trump podcast. No, I think you're right, James. 100% think you're right. I think that the kid's in trouble massively. And Q1, going out in Q1 like he did, you are one of the 20 best drivers in the world. Granted, it's slippy. Granted, Max nearly lost it in the gravelly, damaged his car for later in quali. But you've spun out and you've beached it. And it's not just that you've done that, it's the run of form you're in.
Yeah.
And I think it's not just that one accident, because anyone can do that. It's every incident over the last 8 weeks, maybe longer. What's happened?
I don't know. I really don't know. We've blamed it on the car. We've blamed it on the powers of Verstappen's. We've blamed it on Horner. We've blamed it on everything and him himself. He usually does this, and then he brings it back with a couple of good places. But this just feels like it's going on and on and on forever. Now we've had this clause.
That's the beginning and the end to me, because that was a secret, obviously, before, and now it's all out in the open.
Who's
leaked that?
What do you think, Matt? Stay or go? What do you think? If you're Christine Horner, you're in charge of Red Bull, what are you thinking right now?
Go.
100%.
Not good enough. Because
100%.
Yep.
We've seen Red Bull do it for less.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, but we've argued that is a decent driver in his day. This has gone gone on too far now. It's gone on too long. Honestly, I'd have a fucking, what do you call it, kid in this car instead of him now, because it's just shit. I'm a Mercedes, Aston Martin, possibly Ferrari next year fan, and I don't like Red Bull, but this is a joke. This is shit now. This is just shit. This is shit. Come on. Go on.
No, go on, you finish.
For races like this, this weekend at Silverstone, where was he? If he'd have been up there, it would have been insane. 3, 4, 5 teams going for it. But he's nowhere to be seen, and it's just Max on his own, like a lone ranger. I mean, that's okay for so long.
But in previous years, we've seen Perez do that, and then come race day, where he started in 12th, 14th, he'll fly up and he makes some absolutely legendary overtakes and some ballsy moves. And not only that, he does it at street circuits, and he has year.
No.
But then we argue that he's super aggressive.
Do you think he's trying too hard? Do you know when I don't know, you play, James, you play golf. Say you're having a bad round. You start off on your first 2 holes, you're 3 or 4 over par. And then you start in your mind, you start chasing it, don't you, and think, I've got to get better. I've got to get better. Right. And I'm trying, and you're trying to hit it further, you're trying to hit it harder, you're trying to hit it with bend, and you're trying too much, too hard, instead of just simplifying it and saying, right, break it down 1 shot at a time, where this is a par 4, I'm going to do it in 2. No, I'll take this 1 shot at a time. If I get it in 3, great. Do you know what I mean? Is he overdriving because he's trying to chase that performance? Or is it just a case of, a bit like Ricciardo, because let's be honest, they've been at Ricciardo a lot for his confidence. As Perez's confidence just gone. So he's driving within himself.
Maybe that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Like Red Bull does to most drivers, second drivers.
Kvyat, Gasly, Sainz was Toro Rosso, not Red Bull, but still, they were all. Gasly took years to build back up. Kvyat probably never recovered. Albon took years to build back up.
Ruined a few of them.
Well,
I reckon it's a case of they went to him, right, look, we will give you another year. We'll keep, you know, you can have your seat. I think we touched it before by saying they haven't actually announced his pay. So it's probably a pay cut. So they probably said, we're giving you this seat because you won't get a fucking seat anywhere else. But also there's a clause in it, which means that if you don't satisfy us, you're out.
He can't be on the same money. We did say no.
Here's a question for you both. If Daniel Ricciardo was driving really well in the Toro Rosso, would Red Bull have made the switch already?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
No, because we've been saying that for a good season now.
If Daniel was getting sixth, fifth, constantly in the Toro Rosso, would Red Bull say, like they did with Gasly and Albon, like they've done previously, would they have made that switch now?
I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask because I am with Jacques Villeneuve, and I've fucking had enough of Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah, smiles, really nice to be around, great for the fans. Are you winning? No. Are you doing well? No. Just fucking. I'm sorry, but this is F1. There's 20 cars, 10 teams. This is the pinnacle. This is the top. You've got to perform every weekend. You can't just, he's had a bad one. Yeah, you can make mistakes now and again. Things can happen, but you should be doing better. You can't just ride on what happened 3, 4, 5 seasons ago. I can't tell you how many times I've seen him fucking dive in that pool at Monaco. Like, it's gone. It's over. How many he needs to fucking start performing? So I'm probably not the best person to ask. I don't think so. I think Jim, what do you think?
No, I think you're right. I think he's not who he was, but I think his confidence has been shook massively. But you know, when they brought him back last year and he was the media guy, and then all of a sudden he's got a seat in Toro Rosso, and we've been saying since the start, and I think I may have called it back end of last season, at least the beginning of this one. You need to watch that because if Perez doesn't pull it off, he's going to be getting that seat. I think we've all pretty much said it, but yeah, if we take all that shit to a side, completely forget what the current scores are, and that is in P13, and actually think, right, yeah, if you was performing really well in a Toro Rosso, would you be looking at getting the Red Bull seat? And knowing what Red Bull have done in the past, yeah, probably.
Do you know? I would say Yuki Tsunoda more than Daniel Ricciardo.
I've seen that today. That is sniffing on Yuki.
But I know. Well,
but it's rumour mill, isn't it? Rumour mill.
Yeah. Reports say Helmut Marko don't rate him though, and when you look at the results.
That's the problem with Red Bull. There you go.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. When you look at the results, you guys have just said about Ricciardo, let's be honest, Yuki Tsunoda isn't far from him. So it's not like he's 4, 5 places above him. He's maybe 1 or 2 or 3 at a push. So if you're not looking at Ricciardo, are you looking at Tsunoda? I don't think you are. But then Liam Lawson did well in the car last year when Daniel broke his wrist. So give Liam Lawson that seat in the Red Bull. But again, rumours are Max Verstappen wants Sainz. It's an easy teammate for him. He don't give a shit if they win the Constructors, let's be brutally honest. He don't care. Doesn't care. He just wants to win the driver's title for himself. Don't benefit him the team winning. They get a better pit box. Whoa.
Yeah. You know, I think Sainz would be quite happy with that as well.
Look, that's another discussion, isn't it? Like, where's that guy going? And again, people are saying that it's all hanging on signs and where he's going, and then people can start making decisions a bit easier and better, and going for different people. He was almost nailed on Williams. Now it's coming out that but then it's Audi in 2026. I don't know. I'm out. I'm back at sea with all that shit because I have no idea. Two things with Red Bull. Personally, I don't know if you agree with this. I think after the summer break, Perez won't be there.
Wow.
Good call.
He's got 2 more races.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so.
That's a bold statement.
And you've already alluded to it already, Mark. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not a bad call, though.
What?
Bad
No,
call.
I don't think it's bad at all. No.
I won't mind seeing a British driver in that Red Bull. It'd make things up tasty, really tasty. Like I would have loved to see Behrman there, but he's not there, is he?
Haas, Mr. Haas now.
Mr. Haas. Well, let's touch on the news in a minute. Let's just cut end quali. Q1, that's where it kind of happened. Yeah, Perez went on the softs too early. Snap onto the gravel, got stranded. The rain came. Yeah, Max ended up on the gravel, but he destroyed his floor in the process, which was fantastic. Usual suspects went out. Quite a lot of CU next Tuesdays went out. Gasly, Perez, Ocon. Unfortunate to see Bottas there. Q2, drying track. Leclerc ended up leaving in Q2. And again, the usual suspects, Sargent, Tsunoda, Joe and Ricciardo. Q3 saw us have a top 3 British placings, which we haven't seen for, I don't know, since the 50s or 60s. Max 4th, 5th Piastri, 6th Hulkenberg, 7th Sainz, 8th Stroll. Stroll was 8th, guys. Just putting it out there. 9th Albon, 10th Alonso. Very good, Hulkenberg, I thought. Very good. And that was it. That was it for quali. Should we go on to the news?
Yep.
Where is Adrian Newey going? Is he going to the moon? Is he going to Ferrari? Is he going to Aston Martin? Is he going to Williams? Is he going to Prada? Is he going to Asda? Where is Adrian going? Is he going on his holidays? Where is Adrian going? Can you tell me, Mark, where Adrian is going?
Well, he's just released his Red Bull Super Duper car. Which looks nice. I ain't seen any details about it yet, but look very nice. Where is Adrian going? I think he's going to take a year out.
Well, that was underwhelming. What are you, James?
I think he's going to end up at Aston Martin.
Well, Jeremy Clarkson did say over the weekend he's looking for houses in that area, not in Italy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He's kind of said he's not overly interested in Ferrari, and I think he wants to take a kind of step away from the design aspects as well. I think he said.
Yeah, he's never been. He's always been a home bird, and that's why he's never gone to Ferrari before. He's always been with the British-based teams. He's got a wife. He likes to travel. I mean, we all said we'd love the stars to be aligned. The Infinity Stones all collected in one place. I think however much Fred Vasseur wants it, Ferrari want it, Hamilton wants it,
the world
wants it, us Tifosi want it, because I am a Tifosi guy now. Yeah, unless they give him some type of deal where he can work from home or he don't have to go every week. He's not on the racetrack every other weekend. I think Aston Martin might be a good shout. He ain't going to Williams. Let's put it that way. is he?
Don't know.
Williams is a no.
I give up now. I was all in on Ferrari. That's what the news said. Miami, it was almost like nailed on. Awkwardness was everywhere. Hype. It was like everyone was like little girls. Like, he's he going to Ferrari. It's like, oh, what do you think, Fred? And he's like, it was like, it's just, ooh, going all red like Ferrari. Adrian, ooh, it's like, oh, no, Adrian, Ferrari. Ooh, no.
You're not holding up what you're doing right now, but Mark is. You're just reminding me of the Fast Show.
Yeah, you are.
Going to Ferrari, sir. Oh, hi, sir.
You, sir.
Hey, going to Ferrari, sir. Oh, suits you, sir. Oh.
You probably have no idea about that reference, do you?
I think it's a comedy. It's a comedy show, isn't it? May have heard it. It's unlocked something in my mind that I may have heard a good 10, 15 years ago, if not a bit more.
Well,
might have the whole kind of like Christian Horner thing started, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
hey.
Up to him and went, your wife a goer, sir? Does she, sir? Does she like it, sir? Oh, I bet she does, sir. Oh, I bet she likes it good, sir. Oh, suits you, sir.
Yeah, I've definitely heard this sketch. The UK's comedy scene, telly, has got worse. It's got worse.
Well, it's very
the
PC,
shows have all
very PC.
Very PC, very woke now.
I know we're going off topic and this is F1, but I've only just noticed how close the Suits You Sir characters are to the Nudge Nudge Wink Wink characters from Monty Python. Eric Edwin. Evening, Governor. Your wife a bit of Governor? Oh, nice, wink, wink, say no more.
You've lost me now because I've never seen Monty Python.
The fuck is wrong with you two? Andy's listening to this at work tomorrow, making sure that I don't say anything offensive, and he's going, I can't believe two of these people don't even know the Monty Python sketch.
We may have got this podcast cancelled. Not James, after all these years. Me and Tony may have got this podcast cancelled by not knowing about Monty Python.
Because you're ignorant.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, coming back to the F1 away from what we've just witnessed. Any other news to add? And Adrian Ewing, any more? I've got one more thing about Adrian. If anybody else hasn't.
I haven't got anything about Adrian. I've got something else, but carry on with Adrian.
I suppose Adrian hasn't had much input, or it's been disregarded for the RB20. Sources indicate that Newey was strongly opposed to the shark inlets. He also reportedly objected to the halo inlets that Red Bull implemented at the Japanese Grand Prix in April. The technical team proceeded with their planned modifications. It's quite evident, really, because the Red Bull's kind of gone backwards a little bit. Or has everyone caught?
A bit of both. I think a bit of both. But I think you're right. I think the trajectory that the Red Bull was on, it had so much time in its pocket. How many times did we say on the podcast, he wasn't even trying?
Yeah, but this is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. I'm sorry to maybe put a conspiracy hat on here, but they've gone back. Everyone's caught up quite quickly. Haven't they?
Yep. It's odd.
Well, it was either the first or the second race this season where Max won, and he had I want to say off the top of my head, a 23-second lead. In fact, it may have been more. It was a ridiculous lead, as in you watched him cross the podium. He might as well have got out of the car, done his interview, got on the podium, and then second place goes over. After the whole interview, he's like, I'm out, guys. It just kind of rolled back. As soon as, they said, right, he hasn't got any sign-off on anything anymore or anything. And I can't remember where I heard it now. Someone might have said it as a joke. This kind of, do you think there was something on the car that Adrian Newey had put in there? A bit like Star Wars Rogue. It's another Star Wars reference. A bit like in Rogue One, where you found out the guy who designed the fucking Death Star, put in that little vent,
Yeah.
For a reason. Someone's now saying, did Adrian Newey have something on the car that he never told anyone? And after they messed him about, he just went up and went,
I mean, you'd like to think he couldn't do that. But...
you know, he leaked WhatsApp messages, so...
Well, yeah, releases them. Yeah, he pushes the button to release all them to the press. Beep, beep,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, it's not even allegedly. I don't know. I think James might have just made that up for entertainment.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not true. It's all true, Jerry.
Something's happened. Whether, like you say, that's bit of teams catching up, bit of teams copying Red Bull design. But I think more so, I think they give it the big one, didn't they? That Adrian's not as important as people make out, and there's other people in that team to step up. Adrian's probably gone, okay, I'll step back then. No problem. And now, like you say, they've gone down a path what has slowed the car down. Max seems to be griping a lot about the handling of the car now, whereas before it was like it was on frigging rails. All of a sudden, that car is all over the place. He nearly lost it last weekend. Granted, it was raining. And why is this? Why Perez is doing so bad? Because we've always said the car is worse than Max's.
Perez started getting worse around the same time. It's interesting. There's one other thing I just remembered, and I read it. Verstappen said he still has a bit of a blurred vision from his 5G crash. Sorry, his 50-odd G crash he had in Silverstone 4 years ago.
He's still got blurred vision from it. When did he say that?
I'm waiting for the joke here.
Last week, I think.
Are you sure it's not the smoke in the pipe from the Dutch? You know, are you sure it's not that? Or is he a joke coming? Oh. Hello. I appear to have lost them both. This is awkward.
Oh.
We're back.
What's going on? I got really concerned then that you'd gone. Really concerned. I'm crying. I'm crying. I thought you were dead. I thought you had died then. I thought there'd been a nuclear attack in Branzome and it had all fucking gone to shit.
I lost internet for some strange reason, and I just had your frozen faces, and I was talking, and then it was like, why aren't they moving?
I wonder what version has been recorded then, because it's going to be it.
You know what?
Yeah. Is it the going about Trump and me worrying?
Oh, I mean, God knows what you two were going on about.
If it just goes on about like Trump and all the assassination attempts, and then it just cuts out, and then cuts back to Mark being there, everyone will be like, "Oh my God, what the hell did they say?" Because that's been really badly edited.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, we are recording now. I'm just checking. God knows what this is going to sound like for Andy. Yeah.
Send me aliens again on that service. They've come and got us.
I know.
They built the pyramids and then they tried to sabotage it straight to the Apex podcast.
How dare they? Just because of damn you missing Trump.
Onto you.
Well, how long have we got?
You know what he did on Independence Day, but we'll also tell him you said things about his wife. Yeah.
How long have we got left on this first part of Straight to the Apex, man?
About 2.5 minutes, I think, because my countdown clock has gone at my end. So let's be honest. Fuck knows.
Fuck knows. Well, on that fuck knows note, I think a bit. We like Donald. We've survived being taken out as well. So let's end it on that bombshell. Come back in part 2.
Look.
We'll come back in part 2, and we won't have anything on our rear, but we'll be fresh faced and ready to go. Yeah.
I tell you what, Labour have been in charge a week, and the world is going to shit. My internet's gone in Branzome. Donald Trump's been shot at, and they missed. England lost another final. It's just all gone to shit. I've got a Ferrari top. What the fuck is going on in the world? James will have an FC top on in the second half.
Oh,
You fucking hell, no more. Oh God! Right then, right. We'll see everybody hopefully on the other side. All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hey, you. Yeah, you that's listening right now. Thanks very much for tuning into this episode of Straight to the Apex, the Formula One podcast from CookieCast. If you're enjoying this episode, why not like, share and subscribe? Whilst you're there, feel free to check out some of the other podcasts that CookieCast has to offer. If you like football, we've got a football podcast. NFL more your thing? Then the Laces Out podcast is for you. Maybe even a little bit of the wrestling. Just look for the Getting Over podcast on CookieCast. Maybe you want to listen to Andy's Darkest Timeline. It's there too. So, the F1 boys have probably got themselves a drink. It's time to get back to the action.
I'll lay you up. Hi, my name is Tony. You're watching Straight to the Apex, episode 13, Silverstone. I'm joined with Mark and James. And James currently is playing the same trick as Mark with his camera off, but he's now just come back on and he seems to have a lot of caps on his head. Can you explain for me, please, James?
well, I didn't know what to go with. So, I mean, Mark had his like Ferrari and then also his Mercedes. I thought, well, I'll start with the Mercedes app. But then I was like, yeah, but, kind of like the Sydney Rabitos as well, because, I like me rugby. So I was like, yeah, so then I was like,
Oh,
I'll go with
God.
my-
Finish
Just
with the
a bit-
worst fucking one. For
to
anyone
get cringe.
not viewing, he's wearing a Cardinals fucking cap, which is,
Oh, God.
it's like the Hull FC of the NFL. Shit.
Oh, no, don't, no.
No, stop. Shut
Yeah.
this fucking. We're shutting this down right now. This is an F1 podcast,
Sorry.
not a fucking football bull. It looked like he had a pigeon on his hat. That's all I can say, guys. That's what it looked like. which is sad. Don't know what that is. Cardinals. That does not look like a cardinal to me. Anyway, no, maybe it does. Maybe I don't know my birds. Anyway. Back to part 2. It was a crazy part 1. Hopefully, you might see some of it, but you'll have to find out. News. Let's continue the news. Has anybody else got any more news for us before we get into the race?
We have confirmed 6 sprint races for 2025. China, Miami, Austin, Brazil, Qatar. That's 5. Why have I only got 5?
Because you're shit at counting.
Yeah. There's 6 apparently.
That's strange.
Only announced 5.
Maybe they've only announced 5. But they said
Maybe there's more
going to be-
announcements.
Yeah, there's going to be 6 in 2025.
Yay.
Yeah, can't wait. Haven't said what the format is. Haven't said if it'll change from this year's format. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled.
Keep
That's
your
all the
eyes
news
peeled.
I have. I ain't got anything else.
It was Goodwood. The
Yes.
weekend after Silverstone. Very good. Wish I could go to that, but it's
Goodwood.
ridiculously priced.
More expensive than Silverstone.
Yes.
Mm.
The RB17 was unveiled. We've already touched on it. A V10 powered track only hypercar. It's going to cost £6 million. There's only going to be 50 or 50, I'm not sure. Made by Red Bull Advanced Technologies. It looks insane. Would you buy it if you had the money?
Nah,
No,
I don't. I ain't
I
got-
don't-
No.
Unless I'm a billionaire and I'm extreme. I've done everything and I'm extremely bored. Maybe.
Track only. I want it like I'd buy a McLaren P1 or a Ferrari. No, sorry, I'd buy a Ferrari because I am Mr. Ferrari. You want to take it on the road, don't you? You don't want it.
I thought that.
only.
Yeah, I thought that. I was a bit disappointed.
I love those kind of cars, though.
You're not.
A bit disappointed.
I would have a second car, but I would like. Oh, I would love that as my car, but I don't know where I'd go in it. You wouldn't park it in town, would you? You'd have to literally drive in a loop.
Well, not Hull Town, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But yeah, any more news that I can think of? Ralph Schumacher's come out.
Yeah,
he has a male partner. He has come out, literally come out.
Didn't know if we wanted to touch on that or not. Yeah, yes, he has.
I don't know if there's any other openly gay, past or present drivers.
Oh, sorry, no, that's not me thinking of another previous driver.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up.
Another Schumacher thing. Schumacher's bodyguard is getting done because he was blackmailing the family.
Really? Are we talking about Michael Schumacher's bodyguard now?
Schumacher's his bodyguard or something is now he's either been sued or arrested or both because he was blackmailing the family for about 15 million.
Jesus Christ!
Wow!
Wow! That's probably him now messaging us.
The internet's going to cut out again. Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, wow. I don't know much more about it. It just suddenly sprung to mind, and I just remembered. But yeah.
Anyway, I've got no more. Has anybody else got any more?
No. Nope.
No. Right, race then. Great race. Fantastic race. Straight away, we had Hamilton. I think Hamilton on the lap one was protecting Russell a bit. Max moved up to third. Gasly immediately out. Don't really know what's going on there. Probably cried.
Problem.
Okay. No. And then Albon got clipped Sargent only because of Hülkenberg and Alonso kind of coming into a bit of a tussle. Anything else on the opening lap, guys? Nope.
Not really, I can remember, no.
Okay. Leclerc to 7th on lap 13. Moving up a little bit. Norris on Max straight after that. Max looked shy. He just looked really bad. Really, really bad. Could have been the floor. Everyone was a bit quicker. And then the rain. The rain came. Hamilton was on Russell. And he passed him on Stowe, which was amazing. God, I wish I was there.
Because that's what every time I've gone, that's where I've been.
Well, that'd have been good.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Then the Mercedes went off.
Both of them went careering off. Yeah.
And Norris came back, had a little bit of a go on the radio saying that was unsafe, coming back on. But then he passed Russell anyway. So, and then he passed Hamilton.
Yeah.
And Piastri passed Russell. And then we had Perez and Leclerc coming in for Inters, which was the wrong decision.
Let's be honest. Red Bull brought Perez in because he was fucking nowhere. So it was like, well, let's see how it pans out.
Sacrificial.
Yeah. Leclerc, Ferrari just absolutely ballsed up because, like you just said, he got into the top 10. He was absolutely flying, and then they pitted him, and he was on lap 25. He was lapped by his teammate. That's how wrong it went.
It went really, really, really wrong. Really wrong.
Really fast.
Eventually, the rest of them started to come in. Norris, Piastri stayed out, came in the next lap, ended up 6th. Probably didn't pay off for him. Hamilton and Russell on a double stack, which we all loved.
Yep.
Was Russell held up?
Mercedes double stack.
Yep. No, not really.
So. They did say that on the commentary, but I didn't think so. And then Lewis Hamilton hit the front, and it was Lewis on the radio from Bono. It's our time, Lewis. It's our time. And people, did we start to believe?
I didn't.
Well, I did.
Did you?
I was like, holy shit, it's happening. It's happening.
Before that, was McLaren wrong to not double stack Norris and Piastri? Because Piastri stayed out for another lap on the slicks instead of coming in.
20 seconds.
Yeah. Should they just... And then Zach Norris had said... Zach Brown said... oh no, we didn't want to pit him because he'd lost too much time, but like you just said, he lost 20 seconds over the lap. Should they just... Because all Piastri had to do was back off. There were 1 and 2 at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, wrong thing to do.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, going back to Bono's call, you believe...
Well, I believe it, when he hit the front after that pit stop, I was like, here we go. Here we go. It's raining. It's Silverstone. It's Lewis Hamilton. It's time. It's our time. It's hammer time.
I wish I could have seen that. I mean, I did, but we was in Belfast. So
before this podcast.
yeah. No, we didn't get to watch the race live because we was in Belfast at the time. And so we'd done what we were doing through the day. We got back. We'd had something to eat. Got back to the hotel. I had turned my phone off to avoid any spoilers or anything. Avoided anything anywhere around that Belfast. Get to the hotel. Charlie says, "I'll go get us a drink. You go sit down." I sit down and I look up at the TV and straight away picture of Lewis Hamilton. I was like, "Oh, you bitch!" So yeah, I mean, if I hadn't have known that, and then when I'd have watched the race just to hear Bono go, "This is our time." Oh man, that would have been like a proper 80s like action sequence in the movie.
Oh yeah.
You'd get the Kenny Rogers Kenny Loggins bloody music suddenly kicking in with Danger Zone or something that.
Yes. Oh yeah. And then sadly, straight after that, Russell retires.
That was a good tie-in, that, because James was there watching the Titanic experience and watching where the Titanic was built, and unfortunately, Russell stank like the Titanic.
And Ted also alluded to this watering joke. Water everywhere, and unfortunately, that was what did him. The water pressure. So water everywhere, but just not in the right places.
Not in the right places in the Mercedes. What a shame. To go from winning the race the week before to pipping Hamilton in quali, his head must have been fucking massive and blocked one of the water pipes. Because what a shame. What a shame.
I'm more surprised he didn't go on the radio after Hamilton overtook him and tried saying something.
Oh yeah. I was.
Hamilton overtakes them 2 minutes later, like, Hamilton track limits.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I wouldn't have been surprised when both Max went off on that corner that Russell was on the radio saying, Hamilton track limits. But you're literally in front of him. Hamilton track limits.
He gained an advantage. He was already in front. No, he gained the advantage there.
Yeah, what a shame. What a shame, George.
What a shame, George. And then 39, it all kicked off. Lap 39, we all started pitting for slick tyres. Hamilton paid 2.9 for softs. Max pitted 2.2, the fastest stop out of all of them, and he went on to hards. I think I've got Piastri here, 3.3 mediums, Leclerc 2.4 softs, but his race was fucked already, to be honest. And yeah, excuse my French, but it was. Norris 4.5.
Stayed out an extra lap as well.
I was gonna.
Softs, and he skidded into the pit box.
That's why it was so slow, because he'd moved that far over the mark. Everyone was off.
They had to rejig. They did allude to it on commentary. Has that costed him the race?
He was only just behind Hamilton when he came out. So
we have said it before. Pit stops are important. Really important.
When they all come out, because like you just said, Hamilton was on softs, Max on hard, Piastri on mediums, Norris on softs. Who did you think in that instant was on the right tyre? Because I thought Max has got this.
Really?
Hard tyre with how many laps was it to go? There was about 20?
Yeah, but I agree.
He was closing in. He was faster.
I thought he's got this. The lucky bastard. He's got this, and then the goat was the goat. Goat gonna do goat things.
Yeah, I agree. Completely agree. Max went on the hards, Ham's on the softs, and I thought he might get him here right at the end. But then after the race, I just felt, why did you think of that like that, Tony? Why did you think like?
It's a goat.
Like, he's never gonna give that up. The fucking tire. He's finished on 3 tires before. That's why he's the GOAT. That's why he is
8-time world champion. Should
be 8-time. Was he ever going to... And I think I've got a quote from his dad, actually. Where is it? Like, he summed it up absolutely perfectly. When Lewis hasn't got it, I'll let you know. And he hasn't ever let it. And he said there was no way Hamilton was going to lose that. No way.
No.
And I was like, yeah, to be honest, yeah. Because Norris didn't do him any fucking favours, did he? When he just fucking flew by him. Cheers, mate. Yeah, and then the last couple 2 or 3 laps was just insane. That's all I can say.
It was just nice to watch the race, and it was a lot of it was down to strategy. Like it wasn't just, it's going to Max because he's got the fastest bloody ridiculous car. It's that kind of, there are 3 teams out there with pretty equal cars at the moment. One of them, shock horror, is fucking Mercedes.
I know, from nowhere when we was calling them.
It's genuinely down to who makes the right choice at the right time.
But that's racing.
Yeah.
That is what we tune in for.
Exactly. That takes back to the Silverstone, where, like you said, where Hamilton limped around on 3 tyres, and I still remember that. I still remember sitting where I was. I was sitting next to the piano, watching it, and I remember watching it, and the camera was facing Hamilton driving to what you could see bits of tyre flying up, and you saw Verstappen in the background just swinging around the corner like that. Oh shit, me! But that was a good race.
Lewis did really well to get them softs to last as long as they did, because Norris absolutely tore through his, and Max was pushing. Max obviously got Norris, and you thought at one point he's going to get him, and then the gap just stabilised. So Lewis had obviously saved his tyres enough to be able to push where Norris had absolutely fucked his tyres.
Yeah. But and how does that happen? Experience.
Being the GOAT.
Yeah.
Being the GOAT.
Yeah.
How emotional was that though as well, listening to Hamilton on the video?
Oh God.
I've never ever seen him or anybody that emotional.
No.
He even cried on the radio. And I mean, I watched the highlights again just now, and just seeing the bit at the end where he's hugging his dad. mate, honestly, that took me back to the first time I watched Finding Nemo at the end, and he just says, "Oh, I love you, Dad." And he's like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah. Nobody has ever won a Grand Prix after the 300th start. Nobody has ever won at the same track 9 times. And nobody has ever won a race 17 years after the first.
That is a stat in itself. 9 times at Silverstone. 9 times.
12 podium.
11.
Silverstone.
11 consecutive British GP podiums.
Yep.
In some years where he was in the McLaren, that was absolute dog shit.
He broke so many fucking records in that race. It's unreal.
I mean, Bono was crying, Lewis was crying, George was crying for different reasons. Christian Horner was crying and for different reasons.
Jerry was crying.
Yeah, for different reasons.
A shoulder here for you.
Yeah. Yeah. What a weekend.
What a weekend. I mean, and James Allison did call it in May. We didn't believe him. On record, we didn't believe him. We will see the results in a few months before the summer holidays. The development will put the team in contention for a podium or even a victory.
And they've won the last
two. Well, they've won the last 2. I can't believe it. We're back in the business.
Do you think
unbelievable
that is down to James Allison going back to his role? Is he the Merc equivalent for Adrian Newey at Red Bull? Because it's coincided, isn't it? Like you said, I forgot he said that. He's called it.
I don't know. I mean, last season was a nightmare. To where Merc were and what they've become was horrific. So for where we are now, again, it's still a bit of a dream, but it's reality. But we'll have to find out in this week's picks for the Hungary Grand Prix, won't we?
Yeah.
I mean, I could go down the order, but who really gives a fuck? Lewis Hamilton won, and that's all we really need to know.
Yeah,
that's all I really need to know.
If you're not first, you're last.
Exactly. Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. All right. Which then brings me on to the predictions. Really.
Oh.
So, Mark, you was leading with 27 points. When Max, Norris, and Hamilton, you've still got 27 points.
Can I just say, I was the only one to get the correct 3 drivers. I just got them in the wrong order.
That's nice. It gets you fuck all.
Exactly.
It gets you fuck all,
Exactly.
Mark.
Exactly.
Because trust me, I've been here before. Many a time. And it means fuck all. Because you got 0 points.
Yeah. You did just as well as we do in the fucking Eurovisions.
Nil point.
You did just as well as Harry Kane has got trophies for England.
No, not just England.
No,
any football team he touches. Yeah. Let's be brutally honest. Fucking Bayern Munich have won the league literally every year until Harry Kane signed, and they were fucking second. That sums up that bloke. It sums up my luck.
That kid for Spain who'd only just turned 17 as well. He can turn around and go, mate, I was born. I did all my exams. I've won a trophy at the European Cup. I'm going to pass my driving test. And I'm going to be able to do it legally before I've even won a trophy.
I've only just started doing this shit and I've won a trophy already. What have you won, Harry? You fucking knob. Shouldn't have been anywhere near the pitch, but this is another podcast. We're a week late because of that dickhead. I'm blaming Harry Kane. It's all Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get a job.
Yep.
There's this spot's opening up. You might do better there. You never know. I had 24 points. I went Norris, Max, Piastri. So I get 1 point from Max. So
2 points.
You get 1 point or 2.
Actually, I'm happy with that. Thank you very much. That gives me 26.
Shouldn't have said out.
I know. Tony.
This is a guy that's actually he does the predictions. Like he's been doing the predictions for a few seasons now. And it's 3 for first, 2 for second, 1 for third.
And then a bonus point if you get all 3. Not hard. It's not hard. We've been doing it 3 seasons, James. 3 seasons.
Look, I had a lot of Guinness, a lot of whiskey, and a lot of Irish coffee in Ireland. I'm still recovering.
I suppose you could have given yourself 10 points, but you didn't. You give yourself 1 point.
Yeah. Tony, you had 23 points. You went Norris, Piastri, Russell. You've still got 23 points. For the ladies, Charlie went Norris, Hamilton, Piastri, which wasn't a bad call, but could have been very close there. She could have had 5 points if Norris hadn't booked up his bloody pit stop. Started with 7, ends with 7. And the FIA went Norris, Hamilton, Russell with 21 points and still has 21 points.
Well, the host goes first for picks. Do we have any? Has everybody else got their picks locked in?
I have. Luckily, we've got about 10 minutes left of the podcast. 15 minutes. Tony will probably eat up 13 minutes, in and ahhing. So you've got plenty of time, Tony.
Right. Well, where do I start? It's now actually quite even, isn't it? So
yeah,
for once, there's going to be quite a bit of hopefully mixed scores. And Ferrari are absolutely dog shy at the minute. So again, if you want to be banter and put science in, or even worse, which isn't even, it's not so bad, it's not even banter, put Leclerc in. Good luck to you guys, whoever does that.
Signs first and second and third, yeah?
Yeah. Tony's gone big.
I think
19 drivers crash and Sainz just fucking wins off. It's like why he's got them all technically.
I'm going to be very bold here. Very bold. And I'm going to go
Schumacher.
Lewis Hamilton.
What?
To win. Back-to-back wins.
I mean, I'd love to see it.
It is a track
and
he
then,
likes.
And it does. It did well at this last year. Out of nothing. Then I'm going to go Norris. And then I'm going to go Piastri.
Ooh.
Stop this. Stop the interference now. Stop
I know
it
this
now.
this is ridiculous.
Turn your phones off. Put them on airplane mode. Do something.
My phone is off. There we are. Anyway, who's next turn?
Fuck's sake. Goddamn fucking Democrats. Anyway. James, you can go first. Next, sorry.
So, I can't believe I'm going to say this because I would like to see Hamilton win again.
Where am I going to have to stand up for this pick?
But I also think, like I said, if Norris hadn't have booked up his pit stop, he would have only been looking at second, and it was down to strategies. So I've got Max for the win. I know, but it's still too early. It's still too early for me to start just going Hamilton again. And I've been burnt for the last 2 seasons with hope.
Take your half now. Take your half now.
No.
No.
I've gone Norris second and Piastri third.
Are you?
McLaren did look good.
Copying again. What a son of a bitch. Mark, please.
I think James is a massive bottle job. Going Max. That's the easy pick. That's the coward's pick.
So you got Max as well?
I've also got Max first.
He's definitely got Max.
I can't see past Max. I'm with James. It's too early. I would love him not to win. And don't get me wrong, it hasn't the last two. It's too early to go against Red Bull. They've got to win against Untam, and I'm a coward because I'm clinging on to my lead by a point. So I've got Matt. I've got Norris second.
Oh, fuck off.
Go on. But I've got best pick, by the way, so I wonder if...
All right.
I wonder if he's got third.
Gone. Yeah. No, I haven't gone Piastri. I've gone Lewis Hamilton third.
Well.
That's a good shout.
I've got Beth's pick, so I'll go with Beth next.
Okay.
The FIA, so no comment here. I would forget, if you just listened to the podcast in the last 20 seconds, I'd forget everything that Matt just said. Because she's gone for Max first, Lando second, and Russell third.
Why?
No. It's her opinion. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. And again, what have I been saying for weeks about the Mercedes hype job? And here I am putting Lewis Hamilton to win.
You've got Max nowhere near the top three. I mean, that's brave.
Yeah.
Beth could overtake you.
I know, this is scary. This is what I mean.
You might as well have just done a Charlie.
Will this?
No.
Did you say do some?
That same.
Did you say do some Charlie or done a Charlie? I can't. Right, it cut out then. Anyway.
No, I still heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would this be the first time?
Would
This be the first time one of the ladies has overtaken one of us predictions? No.
I'm sure for a brief second, Beth took James over, or possibly Mark, in last season. I'm sure.
Okay.
Let me ask the. She can hear us, so
I'm just going to check my book. I'm going to check my book.
She can't remember. She says she can't remember.
I think he's right.
I think.
No, I mean it's hypothetical anyway, Mark.
Yeah, well, exactly. It probably won't happen.
But I'm being honest, guys. If it does happen, I'm gone. I'm done. I'm gonna just veto. I'm gonna step down like Sleepy Joe should. But that's my opinion, not anybody else's. And just go wild. Stroll in the top three. Alonso, Aston Martin. Start throwing guesses out there just for a home run, just to be that one pick genius.
There was one race where Beth was 1 point behind Mark. Mark was on 54 and Beth was on 53.
Race 22, Mexico, last season. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. You and James were on 56. I was on 54. Beth was on 53. And that was the closest she got.
And she went for a Hail Mary, didn't she? With her guesses. Oh, wait. Who did she pick to win? I'm sure.
Max and Norris she picked to win for that.
Who?
Hamilton, Max and Norris she picked for that. And got jack shit.
Yeah. And I went Max Sainz Hamilton and got 57. Yeah. So, loser! So,
Come on, Lewis. Please.
So chat, who we got left? So we've got Max, Norris, Russell.
Yep.
So
yeah, we've just got Charlie's.
Yep.
Charlie has gone Norris for the win. Hamilton second. And Sainz third.
No way.
For the Bants.
For the man.
Is she all right?
Yes,
Because,
she's definitely
even
just...
that is outrageous for Charlie.
She's just stubborn.
She's throwing darts at her board, isn't she? That's what she's doing.
Max will be in the top 3, but she just refuses to put Max in it.
I think, hey, hear me out here. She's a scapegoat for her son, who is actually picking them.
Well, no, because John just picked George Russell. You know what? If I was Charlie and I was like reluctant to ever put Max Verstappen in my predictions, I would go for the worst fucking driver and just put him wherever I think Max is actually going to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, that is fun.
Stroll for the win.
It is. It's just
Stroll, Sargent, Grosjean. I mean, you might as well. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Ollie Behrman third seat. Yeah, well, wow indeed. That's how I was feeling after Silverstone weekend. Don't know about you guys. Any remaining last thoughts?
Very quickly touch on one thing: the trailer for the new F1 film with Brad Pitt. Also, how did it take a fucking media team and everything else so many years to think of a title for a film about Formula One and you go, guys, I've got it. I finally got it. It took me a couple of years to get it, but I've got it. F1.
Yeah, that.
It's F1, bitch. Wow.
Why didn't we think of that before?
Sassy.
Yeah. I mean, the trailer, can I be honest, the trailer has slightly underwhelmed me.
Really?
Yeah.
Best thing about it was seeing Gunter in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Popping out.
I don't like the fact that through Eau Rouge they've basically used Gasly's car. So, the Alpine, one of the slowest through Eau Rouge. Like, fuck, come on. Why have you done that? I don't know. I don't know what the storyline is yet. But yeah, when I saw the trailer, I was a bit like, but I don't know if that's just because of the name, like you said. It's not something exciting. It's F1.
I think it's gonna be pretty easy, isn't it? It's gonna be a plot line that we just know because we've seen it. It has to be.
It'll still be more interesting than watching any Monaco Grand Prix from the last 10 years.
Yeah, but I wonder how it's gonna be set. I wonder how it's gonna. Is it gonna be like a Top Gun type style? Like it's a bit cheesy, but it's fucking action.
Yeah,
Is it going to be?
Is it just going to be the storyline of Days of Thunder?
Yeah. Yeah. Tony's like that. What's the storyline for Days of Thunder?
Days of Thunder. Well, hopefully I'll watch that before it comes out because it's going to come out next year as well. Fucking hell, they've been filming it for fucking ages. But yeah. Well, now I've been your boy, T-Dog. James and Mark, thank you for joining us. Next this weekend, Hungary. Let's see what happens. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Thank you to CookieCast. Thank you to Andy. A lot has happened this week. Oh, and many things. Max touched on it already. But to leave you with this. If you're a British fan, if you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, if you're an F1 fan, it definitely came home this weekend. It definitely came home. All right? Peace, love, and we'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Bye.
So there we go. What do you think to that? Amazing. Fantastic episode. I'm sure you will agree. It's good times. Honestly, I know I'm biased and all, but it's hands down one of my favourite podcasts. And, I listen to a lot of podcasts. It might have been said before. I may listen to the odd podcast. This one, week in, week out, up there as one of my favourites. If you're thinking, do you know something? It's probably one of my favourites as well. Why don't you let other people know? Click that like button. Subscribe to the podcast so you know when upcoming episodes are coming your way. Share the podcast around. You see someone in the street, you're like, hey, that guy wearing a Ferrari hat. I know what he needs in his life. Grab him, pin him to the ground, stick some sort of ear device in his ear and go, hey, check this out. Then probably run away quickly. Check out the website, thecookiecast.com. We've got social media links and an email button, and that way you can email these guys and say, look, I left you a 5-star review, but I just didn't feel it was enough. I needed to let you know how awesome this podcast is. It's just the best. Anyway, enough from me. Enough from these guys. We shall leave you until next time. And until then, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you then.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to this awesome cookie cast.